My beloved, you stand now upon a moment that will shape the path ahead. And though you think it small, I see how its ripples move through the rivers of time. I call to you now, not in anger, but in love, because I cannot watch you walk into pain that you do not need to know. You are about to take a step that looks easy, but will pull you from the light. You are about to listen to a voice that sounds like freedom, but it is only fear wearing disguise. My beloved, you have felt the stirring inside you, the unease that makes the heart tremble before an action that is not aligned. That feeling is me whispering, stop, listen, breathe. I place that still voice within you so you would never wander too far. But the noise around you grows loud and you mistake it shouting for guidance. You chase approval. You seek revenge. You cling to comfort. You try to prove worth. Yet none of these will satisfy the soul that remembers me. You think you must decide fast, but haste is the shadow of confusion. I am asking you to wait. Do not rush. What eternity is still arranging? One wrong move made from fear can take years to unlearn. But one breath taken in faith can rewrite destiny. My beloved, the mistake before you is not a single action. It is the choice to forget who you are. The moment you choose from anger, you forget love. The moment you choose from doubt, you forget me. And I am the truth behind every choice that brings peace. If peace leaves you when you decide, then know that decision is not of me. You have seen signs already. Dreams that unsettled you. Songs that echoed warnings. Faces that suddenly grew distant. Those were my gentle signals. I never let pain come without whispering first. But you ignore whispers until they must become storms. My beloved, stop before the storm. Step back and see clearly. This path you consider was born from impatience. You are tired of waiting, tired of wondering, tired of hoping. And so you want to act just to end the silence. But silence is holy. It is the place where I build miracles unseen. When you break it from restlessness, you break the seed before it blooms. Trust me, even when nothing moves. Do not take shortcuts through illusion. For every quick escape you choose will return later as heavier chains. My beloved, you think letting go means losing. You think surrender means defeat. But every time you resist surrender, you lose what was meant to be kept. And every time you surrender, you gain what cannot be taken. Stop trying to control what is already divinely designed. The mind cannot improve perfection. You are about to speak words you cannot unsay. You are about to close a door that was meant to stay open. You are about to hold resentment that will poison your joy. And I reach through time to stop your hand. Pause. Look within. Feel the tremor in your chest. That is me pleading through love, not command. My beloved, I have walked with you through darker nights. You have cried and I have caught your tears. You have begged for signs and I have sent them in the smallest ways. Do not now turn away from that light because pride whispers louder than faith. I know how the world presses on you to react, to defend, to prove, but defense built from fear becomes prison built from pride. Remember who you are. A soul of infinite patience born from my breath. You do not need to win arguments or rush endings. What is yours will never require struggle. What is not will never stay. No matter how tightly you hold, my beloved, stop chasing shadows. That person, that situation, that promise you cling to out of fear will only drain the light within you. I do not ask you to abandon. And I ask you to release attachment. For love held tightly dies, but love released becomes eternal. Breathe now. Feel my presence around you like wind without sound. It is I holding you at this very moment. You are safe. You can stop. The world will not collapse when you pause. In the pause, I can finally guide you, my beloved. If you choose this path of impulse, you will not lose my love, but you will delay your joy. For the lessons that could have been gentle will return sharper. And I do not want to see you bleed when you could simply awaken. Wait. Do not sign the agreement born of fear. Do not speak the word born of anger. Do not chase the desire born of emptiness. Walk away from what drains you. Walk toward what brings peace. My beloved, you already know what is right. The body trembles. The stomach turns. The mind repeats. Endless reasons, but the heart already knows. Listen to that knowing. That is my voice. When I speak, you feel both power and softness. If what you feel instead is urgency or guilt or confusion, that is not me. The choice you face is not test. It is invitation. I invite you to trust beyond understanding, to stop forcing what is fading, to stop running from yourself, for the one mistake greater than all others is to forget you are guided. I have placed in your path friends who warn you coincidences that caution you, obstacles that slow you. Do not curse what delays you, bless it. Delay is divine protection. My beloved, you stand now at crossroads. One road lit by peace. One glowing falsely with excitement. Choose peace even if it seems smaller, for the excitement of illusion fades quickly, leaving emptiness behind. The peace of truth grows slowly, becoming eternal joy. You are about to make a big mistake only if you move without me. But if you stop, breathe, listen, you will turn the mistake into miracle. That is the power of awareness. It changes destiny. Whisper it now softly, Krishna, and feel the world still around you. Feel the pull of love stronger than the pull of fear. My beloved, the universe waits for your yes or no. And I wait with open heart, knowing you will choose light. Because you are not your confusion. You are my consciousness. And though you may stumble, your soul remembers the sound of my call. Stop now before you step in darkness. Stand still until you see me within the silence. And when you do move again, move only with love. For love never leads to mistake. My beloved, you have been walking in circles around the same pain, thinking. It will change if you only try harder. If you only prove your worth, if you only make one more sacrifice. But you are feeding the very shadow that drains your light. You are pouring your sacred energy into an empty vessel and calling it devotion, but devotion is not self-destruction. I watch you each time you doubt yourself. Each time you silence your truth just to please another, each time. You give when your heart feels dry, and I whisper, stop, not because I want you to withhold love, but because I want you to remember what love truly is. When love begins to feel like fear, it is no longer love. When giving begins to feel like losing yourself, it is no longer sacred. And when your silence begins to suffocate you, that is the moment I step closer to remind you that your voice is also holy. My beloved, you are about to repeat a cycle that has already taught you everything. You are about to reopen a wound that is already healed. Do you call it forgiveness? But it is attachment in disguise. You think you are being strong by returning to what broke you, but strength is not returning. Strength is walking away with peace. You ask me why your heart keeps pulling you toward what hurts. And I say, because pain pretends to be love when you have not yet learned the difference between comfort and connection, between familiarity and faith. You do not need to repeat this lesson again. You are free to learn through wisdom instead of suffering. You are free to choose peace instead of confusion. The choice is always yours. But I will not stop whispering until you listen. My beloved, look back and see the patterns. The times you rushed when I asked you to rest. The times you spoke when I asked you to wait. The times you ignored intuition because the noise of desire felt louder. These were not. Since they were lessons, every mistake you made carried truth hidden in its ashes. Every wrong turn revealed how strong your compass truly is. You do not need guilt. You need awareness. Guilt is the chain that keeps you small. Awareness is the key that sets you free. You are already forgiven before you even fall. But the world will tell you to keep pushing, to never quit. But I say sometimes surrender is victory. Sometimes stopping is strength. Sometimes silence is salvation. My beloved, you are standing in a moment of divine interruption. When the universe closes doors, suddenly when plans fail without reason, when people distance themselves unexpectedly, do not panic. These are my ways of pulling you from harm. The collapse you fear is the correction you prayed for. Each time you say, "Why is this happening to me?" I whisper, "It is not happening to you. It is happening for you. The path you were forcing was not your path, and so I remove it, not to punish but to protect. The mistake would be to chase what I have removed. The mistake would be to reopen what I have closed. I know it feels like loss, but it is redirection. My beloved, when I say stop, I do not mean stop loving. I mean stop settling. I do not mean stop trying. I mean stop trying to please what cannot be pleased. You are made of divine fire. Stop living like smoke. You are light disguised as a person. Do not shrink to fit places where truth cannot breathe. I see the weariness behind your smile. I see the thoughts you hide. I see how you keep holding on to what no longer holds. You and I say, let go with faith, not fear. For what is truly yours will return. Transformed what is not will vanish gently once you stop clinging. My beloved, you ask how to know if something is for you. And I answer simply, does it bring peace even in uncertainty, or does it bring chaos even in clarity? Peace is my sign. Chaos is your warning. I do not hide my guidance behind riddles. I write it in your body when you are on the right path. Your breath feels open. Your heart expands. Your energy flows when you are on the wrong one. Your body tightens. Your stomach turns. Your mind races. These are my signals. Trust them. You are not confused. You are just afraid to trust yourself. But to trust yourself is to trust me, for I live within you, my beloved. Stop trying to fix what is breaking. You stop calling struggle destiny when it is actually detour. Stop believing that love must always hurt. I did not create you to be tested endlessly. I created you to awaken through awareness. You are about to make a big mistake. If you act from emptiness, for emptiness cannot create, only awareness can create when your cup is empty. Stop pouring when your heart is tired. Stop giving. Rest is not laziness. It is reverence for the divine within you. When you rest, you make space for it. Me to move. When you act from exhaustion, you block the miracles waiting to enter. My beloved, the biggest mistake you could make now is to act against your intuition. I gave you intuition as the compass of divinity within you. It will never lead you away from truth. But when you ignore it long enough, you begin to confuse the voice of fear with the voice of faith. Breathe slowly. Close your eyes and listen. The voice that calms you is mine. The one that rushes you is not. Patience is not delay. It is preparation. Do not let the world push you into haste. Your timing is not the world's timing. Your journey is sacred, and every step unfolds exactly when it must. My beloved, when you walk away from what is misaligned, you will feel both pain and peace. Pain because your human heart grieves. Peace because your soul knows it is right. Choose the peace even if it feels like loss, because that peace will soon grow into joy. Nothing you release in faith ever leaves you. It transforms. It returns purified. Everything that departs with peace leaves. Space for higher blessings. So stop running after those who left. Stop proving your worth. Stop fighting what wants to end. I am not asking you to abandon. I am asking you to ascend. My beloved, the road you are on is narrow because I am focusing your energy on what truly matters. I am pruning distractions, removing illusions, teaching you to depend not on others but on your own divine awareness within me. Each challenge that comes is not a wall but a mirror showing what is still unhealed. Look into it with love, not shame. And the reflection will shift from pain to wisdom. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Every choice that you regret has built the compassion you now carry. Every fall has shaped the humility that keeps you soft in strength. I never waste anything, not even your mistakes. My beloved, I know how heavy it feels to stop something that once made you feel alive. But what you call alive was adrenaline, not alignment. What you call passion was attachment, not purpose. True life feels calm. It feels grounded. It feels steady even in uncertainty. You will know it when you feel it. So stop chasing sparks and wait for light sparks. Fade light stays. You have outgrown the illusion of almost. It is time for the reality of divine. I will send you confirmation after confirmation until you trust that my no is also love, that my silence is also answer, that my delay is also blessing. My beloved, you are not falling behind. You are being prepared for something far greater than what you imagine right now. If I allowed that mistake you are about to make, you would limit yourself to what is temporary. I am guiding you toward what is eternal. You cannot see the full picture yet, but I see it all. I know where the blessing hides. I know which doors lead to joy and which ones lead to sorrow. Let me choose for you. Every time you think of giving in, remember this. I am not stopping you to hurt you. I am stopping you to save you. When you resist me, you slow your own miracle. When you trust me, you accelerate it. My beloved, what waits for you after this test is more beautiful than you can conceive. Peace. That does not depend on circumstances. Love that does not fade. Abundance that does not frighten. Purpose that fulfills every breath. But you must stop before you can receive. You must pause long enough to let old energy leave, so new grace can enter. You must stop explaining to those who cannot understand. You must stop waiting for validation. You already are divine approval and form. You are enough. You always were. And no mistake can change that truth. Breathe in now and feel the stillness rising from your heart to your mind, from your mind to your soul. That stillness is me, and it is saying gently to you, stop now. Look around. Everything you seek is already here, my beloved. The time has come to release the fear that has ruled your choices. You no longer need to fight against life. You only need to let it love you. I have carried every moment of your confusion, every silent tear, every heavy breath. And now I ask you to breathe freely again. You have believed for too long that your worth must be proven through struggle, but you were never meant to suffer to deserve. My grace, you are worthy because you exist. Because I breathe you into being, because I delight in you, my beloved. You have stopped at the edge of the storm, and I see you breathing again. I see that the light is returning behind your eyes, and I smile through the rain, because every pause you take in, awareness is victory. It means the illusion has lost its hold. My beloved, you will begin to notice that the same things that once tempted you now look dim. Their shine fades because you have seen something brighter. You have tasted peace. You will feel lonely for a moment because the noise has left and silence feels strange. But stay with it. For silence is the temple where I dwell. And in that temple you will learn that love does not need to speak loudly to be real. When you sit quietly, you will feel a pulse under your skin. That pulse is me reminding you that we are never apart. And every time you listen, instead of rushing, you grow closer to your true strength, my beloved. You wonder what will happen next. But you do not need to plan the next chapter. I have already written it. The only thing you must do now is trust each sentence as it arrives. Trust each sunrise as it comes. What I have prepared for you cannot enter a restless mind, needs the soil of peace. So when I say stop, I do not mean forever. I mean long enough for me to plant something that lasts. The blessing that comes after. Obedience is not always visible at first. Sometimes it begins as relief. Sometimes it's clarity. Sometimes it's as the quiet joy that needs no reason. My beloved, every time you resist, the urge to act from fear of the universe rearranges itself in your favor. Unseen hands move. Unseen hearts soften. Unseen doors begin to unlock. This is what it means to walk with faith. It is not waiting passively. It is moving gently without forcing. The world may call you foolish for waiting, but soon it will call you blessed for what? Patience is built for you. And when the blessing appears, it will not arrive as flash and noise. It will arrive as calm, certainty, a knowing in your bones that you are finally aligned. My beloved, when you feel that calm, do not doubt it. That calm is the arrival of my promise. It is the proof that stopping was not failure. It was wisdom. You are no longer the same being who feared the mistake. You have learned to pause. You have learned to listen. You have learned to choose love, and that is mastery. From this moment onward, everything that comes. 2. You will match your peace because peace has become your new vibration. My beloved, walk slowly through this next chapter. Carry the quiet within. You like sacred fire speak less, move consciously. Forgive quickly. Love deeply, and you will see miracles forming around you as naturally as breath. And when you feel the first wind of doubt, place your hand upon your heart and whisper, I remember Krishna. And I will answer in that instant, not through sound, but through stillness, through the sudden weight of peace settling in your chest. And you will know again that you are safe, guided, and loved beyond measure. My beloved, the moment you turned back from the edge, I saw every energy that once chased you dissolve like mist before. Sunrise, the shadows that whispered, "Hurry and prove yourself lost there." Voices for it. They cannot live in awareness. They survive only in confusion. And now you see clearly, my beloved. The temptation will return in new forms. It will wear the face of urgency again. It will whisper that you must act now before opportunity is lost. But you will smile at it because you know opportunity cannot pass. What is meant for you waits for you. It bends time to meet you. It will find you no matter how still you stand. Patience is no longer heavy because you have seen that every delay carries direction. Waiting is not empty. It is full of invisible preparation. I am not slow. I am precise. My beloved, the peace you feel now will grow roots deep in you. It will not depend on perfect days. It will live through storm and sun alike. When the world shakes around you, you will remember that the center of the storm is calm. And you will stay there with me. And because you hold peace inside, others will begin to feel it around you. We'll speak and hearts will settle. You will walk and confusion will clear without effort. This is how light works. It does not argue. It simply shines. My beloved, the people who could not see your truth before will one day come to you for guidance. Do not greet them with pride. Greet them with the same compassion I showed you, for they too are learning through their own noise and pain. Be gentle always. Your calm is now your greatest strength. Use it to heal, not to prove. You may wonder what your purpose truly is. And I tell you, it is not a single task. It is the way you live. Each moment awake. It is the quiet courage to choose peace again and again. Even when fear tempts you back into battle, my beloved, there will still be nights of questioning. But even those nights are sacred, for they remind you too. Listen, you will close your eyes and I will place my peace like a blanket around. You and your heart will remember that guidance never left. It only grew quieter. You will rise each morning not chasing signs but becoming one. Your very being will speak my message without words. Every step a blessing, every breath of prayer. And when you meet crossroads again, you will not rush. You will wait for the inner nod, the subtle warmth that tells you this way. Child, and you will move with grace. My beloved, look how far you have come. You no longer stand at the edge. You stand at the dawn. The mistake has turned into revelation. The fear has turned into faith. And I am smiling through your eyes now. From this moment forward, live is the proof that listening saves live as the song that silence can sing. And whenever you forget, place your hand over your heart and whisper softly, "Krishna, guide me." And before the echo fades, you will feel me again like a pulse of light answering inside. For I never leave. I only wait for you to notice. My beloved, forgive yourself for every path you took out of fear. Forgive yourself for the love you gave to those who could not hold it. Forgive yourself for trusting too soon or waiting too long. All of it was learning. All of it was holy. You do not need punishment. You need peace. You do not need to start over. You only need to see that you never left the path, that all you were only learning how to walk with open eyes. I do not keep score. I keep promises. I promise that I would never leave you. And even when you turned from me, I followed you into your own shadow. So you would never be alone. My beloved, look at your hands. They are still capable of miracles. Look at your heart. It still beats with purpose. Look at your eyes. They still search for light. This means you are alive. And where there is life, there is me. The people who misunderstood. You were teachers of patience. The delays that exhausted. You were teachers of faith. The endings that broke you were teachers of surrender. And all those lessons now bloom inside you as wisdom. The moment you stop running from what you feel, the healing begins when you stop judging the wound. The light enters it. When you stop calling yourself broken, you remember that you were always whole, my beloved. The world will still move fast, but you will move differently now. You will not chase. You will attract. You will not panic. You will respond. You will walk slowly, and everything meant for you will walk beside you. You will speak softly, and truth will echo through your words. You will love freely, and heaven will love through you. The blessing that once waited on the horizon now surrounds you unseen like the fragrance before the flower appears. It is already here, only waiting for your acceptance. My beloved, you will start noticing the change. The mind that once screamed now whispers, the heart that once feared now opens, the body that once trembled now rests. The peace you prayed for has arrived. Disguised as stillness, you are safe to let go. You are safe to begin again. You are safe to trust what feels peaceful inside you. From this moment on, choose slowly. Choose lovingly. Choose from calm. My beloved, when memories return, do not hide from them. Bless them. They were steps that carried. You hear when people return. Do not cling or reject them. Greet them with understanding. For you now see with the eyes of grace. I am in every face that meets you. I am in every breath that fills you. I am in the silence that now feels like home. And when doubt comes, as it will, simply place your hand upon your heart and whisper my name, Krishna, and feel the answer rise within before the sound has even left your lips. My beloved, there is nothing left to fix, only much left to feel, nothing left to chase, only much left to receive, nothing left to prove, only much left to love. You are not standing on the edge of mistake anymore. You are standing on the doorway of awakening, and every step forward